and getting stretched out that way. Make sure that you have your shoulders and your hips and toes are all moving together. Here, just twist it, and it feels good. Kind of let your arms just relax. Don't feel like you have to force them side to side. We're going to do a lot of balance moves today, so you better have some good focal points. And you can see how many times I fall over if I look at the screen. So we're going to go one more to each side, and then we're going to keep our arms moving. So you're going to do skiers. You're just going to kind of hinge at your hips and let those arms just go side or side to side, I guess front to back. Right, so we're just kind of getting our shoulders moving. You're kind of holding a slight hip hinge. And we're going to go about 10 more seconds here. And the next one you're going to do is speed skater. So speed skaters is side to side. I always say, kind of have that opposite hand touch up to your shoulder if you can. Right, it's a nice stretch. Right, and you're warming up. We like mobility warm-ups, right? And you feel like a speed skater. So you got 10 seconds here, then we're going to get our legs moving a little bit more. So you can go about 5 more. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then you're just doing high knees. I almost fell over there. So just getting your knee to about your waistline or to your hands, right? So you could have your hands right at that waistline. You're just getting one knee up and then the other, right? So I'll slowly warm you up here, right? And if you wanted to on this, you could even pull under your hamstring if you wanted to, just to pull that leg up more. It's up to you, whatever feels good. I don't care, as long as you move. Looks like my internet's kind of choppy today. So if I do get cut off, I'll be back. You keep moving. All right, I just got to say that every day. You never know what the internet's going to do. So we got about 10 more seconds. And then we're going to do straight leg. So we'll go 5 seconds here. Okay, so now you're just going to have your arms kind of up at a 90-degree angle with a fist, and you're just going to kick your legs forward, right? So it's kind of like you're holding up that defense, like if you were boxing, right? So that gets our shoulders moving a little, right? And you're just kicking. And you can have your elbows bent. Yeah, it's like you're showing how muscular you are, right? And you want to kick, so it's like the bottom of your foot is going to face the screen. So you're kind of pointing those toes to the ceiling. That's going to give a little pull in that hamstring, and it'll help you warm up more. It's humid in my room today where I'm working out, so I'm going to be sweaty with capital S. So we got 10 more seconds, and then we're going to get our arms moving again. Doing a great job. We got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Arm circles forward. Right, so you can keep on moving if you like to move as you move your arms. I don't care. It's up to you. We're going to go backwards. We'll go 5 more there. Go ahead and do 2 more. Okay, so now we're going to get our arms and legs coordinated because we're going to do that the whole day today. So arms are by your side. You're going to do a lateral raise and bring up one leg and then the other, right? Isn't this the Karate Kid? Right? So here you go. I've never actually seen the Karate Kid, but I've seen people do this, you know. So you're just kind of testing out that balance and moving the arms and legs together because we're going to do a lot of moves like that today. So you're shifting weight side to side, trying to get those arms up to about shoulder width. And if you think about it, it's kind of almost like you're doing a jumping jack. Isn't that wild? Kind of. Right? So we got 10 seconds. And then you're going to keep your arms out. And now you're just going to do the high knees, but you're going to do it up on your tiptoes. So try to keep those arms out laterally and not let them sag down. So you want your arms even with your shoulders. And you're marching up on your tiptoes if you can, right? If it feels like too much on your tiptoes, you don't have to, but this is going to challenge that balance and get your arms burning. My arms burn already, so that's not a good sign. We got 10 seconds. Staying up as tall as you can, right? We got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You're going to relax those arms down, and we're going to do our hip hinge. So you're going to have your feet about hip width apart, hands are behind your head. You're going to press your hips back, look straight ahead. You'll stand all the way up, squeeze those glutes. Okay, so the more you press your hips back, the better. And don't feel like you have to go way down far. It can be a small motion. and back. Have a soft bend in those knees, right? And remember, if you feel it in your knees or your quads, that means you're squatting too much. You want to push your butt back more, and you almost want to act like you're touching your butt to the wall behind you, right? It sounds silly, but that's what keeps your back straight. Okay, and every time you're standing up, you're squeezing those glutes. Okay, and we're going to go here for about 30 more seconds because this is going to be our base of support move today, right? That's a good sign. So just nice and controlled, taking your time. If you don't like your arms behind your head, you could have them down, like if you're holding dumbbells, and come up and down too, as long as you keep your gaze slightly straight ahead, right? So it's up to you, taking your time. We got about 10 more seconds. And then we're gonna move on, right? So let's do 2 more. There's 1. Here is 2. And we're standing up. So now you're just staying up nice and tall. We're just gonna kick our leg wide and back. So we're just trying to stay up nice and tall. You're just kicking the leg to the side and back. Try to control that leg on the way down, right? It's gonna be hard to because it takes a lot of body control. So try not to let that leg just drop, right? It's gonna want to, but your goal is to try not to let it, right? If you can hear your leg land, that's not good. You can't hear my leg land, but I'm on carpet, so you shouldn't be able to hear anything, I hope. Okay, we're gonna do 2 more. There's 1, here's 2. So now what you're gonna do, before we switch sides, you're gonna alternate going side to side kicking. Okay, so this is gonna mess with your core. It's gonna make you use the brain a little bit. Oh, shucks, right? And of course, it's gonna make those glutes work even more, right? So 15 seconds, then we're gonna be just on the other leg. So I'll be on the left side. I don't know what side you guys did. I think you did the right too. If you're smart, you did the right side. If you did the left side, that means you're left-handed, I guess. So 1 more to each leg, and then we're just sticking to the left side or whatever side you didn't do last time. So staying up tall, kicking our leg wide and back, wide and back. Yeah, right, glutes are burning. After this, we're gonna get rolling for the day, right? Because I think I'm warmed up, and I bet you guys are too. Plus, who doesn't want to just get those dumbbells and get rolling? You're like, oh yeah, let's do the good stuff. Okay, you got 2 more. There's 1, there's 2. Okay, so what we're gonna do, we'll have a few moves that will have weights, a few moves that won't. So our first balance move we're gonna do is a 3-way kick, no weights needed. So you're gonna keep your left leg down. Your right leg is gonna do 3 kicks. You're gonna kick wide, kick at an angle, kick straight back. So you're going wide, angle, back. Your goal is to try not to let that leg rest too much. So most of your effort is in the left leg, even though you are using the right. Okay, ready? Angle. So you're gonna go wide, angle, back. Wide, angle, back. So you're doing small movements. You want to try to keep that leg straight just to work more of that hamstring and glute, right? And you're just going wide angle back. So on this, if you felt really wobbly and you had a wall near you, you could put your left hand on that wall, right? But otherwise, you're trying to use just that left leg to help. And of course, you could put your foot down after each one. So there'd be wide, come back, angle, come back, and back, right? So you can put your toe down in between each kick, right? If you keep it up in the air and keep moving, it's gonna be a little bit harder that way. And you're just going wide angle back, wide angle back. So on this, you should feel that left glute burning up by now. And of course, you're using your right side too, but of course. Okay, we got 10 seconds, then we're gonna go right into the other side, okay? So this is gonna be kind of a good starter move because it's gonna get you ready for some good balance. And of course, it's gonna get those glutes burning, okay? 1 more set, we go wide, angle, back. Okay, so now we're gonna switch. You got left leg, you're going wide, angle, back, right? So it's 3-way kicks. Kind of think that angle is like if you were gonna touch the corner in your room, right? You'll go wide, angle, back, right? And it doesn't have to be a perfect 3. As long as you're going 3 different motions, that's all that matters. Remember, your foot can come down in between every single movement. If you keep your leg more up and just focus on the weight on the right side, it's gonna be a lot harder, right? And I'm not as balanced on this side, right? My left leg is my good balance side. My right leg is like, whoa, try again, you know? I know. So keep on moving through the motions, right? You can even add in your arms if it helps you hold on a rhythm, right? Sometimes I notice I just move my arms without even thinking. So if you like adding in arms, you can. Okay, you're almost there. We've got about 15 seconds. So keep on moving through, right? Both glutes are gonna be pretty warmed up here and toasted. Okay, you got 10 seconds. Keep moving through those 3. We'll go one more set. There's 1, 2, 3. Relax, take out those legs for a second. And you're gonna grab both dumbbells. That's easy enough, right? So we're gonna do your hip hinge with a tricep kickback. So you're just gonna keep your elbows by your side, they'll be bent. You're gonna hip hinge, kick back, come back, and then stand up, okay? So start with kind of your elbows at a 90-degree angle. You're gonna hip hinge, kick back, you'll bend in, stand up. Hip hinge, kick back, come in, stand up, right? So you're pressing those hips back, kicking your weights back, bend those arms in, stand up. Okay, so it's 2 movements. Don't feel like you have to combine it. Keep those elbows and arms by your side, right? And just keep on moving through at a motion that feels good to you, right? And again, with the hip hinge, you don't have to go back far to feel this movement. But the more you can get used to this, the better it's going to be for your back because you're going to know how to pick things up properly, okay? Taking your time, hip hinge, to kick back. Isn't that cool? I think it is. So we're over halfway, right? Try and kick those hands past your hips each time. You're doing a great job. You got 15 seconds to go, right? So we got compound movements happening. And that just means we're using 2 parts of our body or more than 2 parts of our body at once. Okay? So let's do 2 more. There's 1. Right? Coming back. Here is 2. And you're going to relax. So this next move that we're going to do, it's kind of like a single leg deadlift, but you're going to kind of think more of like a teetering bird into a bird bath. Okay? So we're going to keep our right foot down. Your arms are going to come out to the side as you come down. Left leg comes out straight. You'll come down. So a way to modify is you would step, come here, and back. Use that left leg to help stabilize you. Okay? So do what you can. You could even have one hand, like your left hand, on a wall and do this too, or a chair. Okay? So we're going slow and controlled. We are going to add to this. Ha. Okay? So right leg is down, arms out to the side. You're going to teeter down, try to have that left leg out straight, and then you'll come back. Okay? So remember, if you modify, your left foot would just be on the ground, and you'll come back. So there's a lot of balance to this move, right? Don't face plant or anything, hopefully. Okay? And you just want to hang on to that movement. Okay? So whatever variation you feel like you need to do, that's what you do. Okay? So we're going to do 1 more, and then we're going to add to this side. So go ahead and do 1 more. Woo! And come back. So we're going to add a twist to this. So you're going to come down, your arms will come out to the side. You're going to bring your left hand to your right leg. It's going to come back. You'll come back up. Right? So if you modify, you're here. You're bringing that left arm down. You're back. You're up. Okay? So I'll walk you through a few. Ready? So you're doing the exact same motion. You're bringing your left hand to your right leg. It comes back up. You come back up, right? So if you're modifying, it's the same thing. You're just adding a slight twist to it to make it a little bit more dynamic, right? So it's going to be a little bit harder, and that's good. Who doesn't like a little bit of a challenge, right? Put that left toe down if you need to, right? Smaller steps are better than wild wacky ones if you need to put that foot down, okay? You're doing a great job here. Taking your time, step by step, okay? So anytime you do balance, you want to go slow and control. Okay, we got about 10 seconds. So go ahead and do 2 more. All right, there's 1 on mine. I'm going to do 1 more. Okay, and then you can relax, shake your leg for a second, And now we're gonna switch. So our left leg is our stabilizing legs, no twist yet, okay? So remember, you're gonna come out, come down, come right back up. If you're modifying, you'll put that right toe down and arms come wide, okay? So there's a lot going with this move. So maybe you have to ease into this side, right? And as you get going, maybe that right leg can come up, okay? But don't feel like it has to, right, to not get a benefit. You'll still get the benefit out of this, even if that right toe comes down. So it's just nice and controlled. Okay, in 5 seconds, we start adding in our twist. So go ahead and do one more. Okay, so now we're doing the same thing. You're gonna reach your right hand to that left leg. So you'll get into your balanced position. Right hand touches your left leg. It comes back. You come up, right? So I'll show you even with that foot down. You'll touch, come back, come up, right? So there's a lot of balance in today's workout, right? And balancing is not easy, but it's always important to work on, right? Especially before if it gets cold, you know, we don't want you to fall on the ice, right? You'll just land in the splits, okay? So taking your time with this move, right? Step by step. Sometimes it just helps to turn your brain off and just go lean, right? Twist, back, up. So find that focal point. Looking down at the ground about 4 feet in front of you will help you find a good focal point, right? And it'll hold you in place. Let's do 2 more at your pace. Okay, don't worry if I'm waiting on you. Here's 1. We got 1 more good one. Right? Here's 2. Right, now after you've done that, we're gonna grab those dumbbells again. Oh, my glutes are burning. So we're gonna start with a bicep curl. You're gonna keep your right leg forward. Your left leg is gonna step back. You're gonna curl. You'll come back. You'll step up. So the wider you step, the harder it gets, right? If you do a smaller step, that's fine. It's gonna focus more of the weight on that right leg. Okay, go for it. Right, and if you're extra crazy, you could go into a reverse lunge with it, right? So it's really up to you. The lunge is gonna be a lot more challenging in advance, but if you're still stepping wide and coming back, that's beautiful. Okay, so do whichever variation is feeling good to you, right? And we're starting the timer, don't you worry. I won't let you miss out on the timer. So you're just curling and back, curling and back, curling and back. Oh yeah. If you weren't sweating yet, here you go, right? You're doing a great job. We got 15 seconds left to this leg, right? Remember, if you need to do a smaller step as you get tired, that's okay. You could even drop down to 1 dumbbell if you needed to, okay? 2 more. Here's 1, right? 1 more. Here's 2. Okay, so now the left leg stays forward. You're gonna start with your weights at your shoulder. You're gonna step back, press up, come back, come in. Step back, press up, come back, come in. Right, step back, press up, come back, come in. Again, if you wanted, you can incorporate that lunge, right? Just make sure you're stepping back wide enough to sit back into that lunge, right? But whatever variation you're doing, it's gonna be a challenge, I promise. So hang in with that movement. Whatever feels good, just keep on working. Keep on moving, right? Do smaller steps if you need to. And if you're like, Mary, I'm too advanced for that, I'm in lunge. And I almost talked and fell over, so there you go. Okay, keep on working through. You're over halfway, right? I'm kind of showing you every variation you can do. And my arms are getting tired. Okay, got 15 seconds to go. So keep going at the pace that feels good to you. Okay, we're gonna do 2 more. Here's 1, coming back. Here is 2, coming back, and relax. All right, so now we're doing no weights again. We're gonna do a Superman motion with a hip hinge. So you're gonna start with your thumbs by your shoulder. You're gonna hip hinge, extend your arms out, your arms come back, you come up. So we are gonna build to this move. This is our base of support though, okay, ready? So thumbs by your shoulder, you'll hip hinge, extend, come back, come up, right? Hip hinge, extend, come back, come up. So really control what your body's doing. Okay, getting used to this movement, because in a second, we're gonna add to it. Right, so let's do 2 more. There's 1, right? Here's 2. Okay, so put your feet a little bit closer together. You're gonna hip hinge, Superman and kick out, come back, come up. You're gonna alternate legs, right? So your leg is just getting involved as you extend. Okay, so same thing can be done here. You can tap and extend, right? So you'll just do the one leg and then come up and do the other, right? So if you're just tapping back and extending, that's perfect, right? That's great. So just do what you need to do to maintain your rhythm, right? And then after this, I'll have you pick up both feet off the floor, right? I'm just kidding, don't do that. I got you thinking about it though. Okay, you're doing a great job, taking your time. Remember, you can step, come back and in, right? Step, come back and in, or that leg can be up off the floor, right? Both legs up on the floor. We're gonna jump up in the air. Okay, we're gonna do 2 more. Here's 1, 1, 1. Then we're coming back, back. And then you're gonna relax. And we're grabbing those weights. All right, so we're gonna be doing more of a deadlift position. If you can't tell, those are important and they're my favorite. So on this, you've got 2 options. So option number 1, no matter what, though, we're gonna have our right foot down. So I'm gonna show you and then we'll get going. So option number 1 is you would step your left leg back. You'll be in that hinge. You would do a row. You'd step back, lift your high knee, and come back. Okay? So I'll show you it again. So you'd step back with your left. You would row. You'd come down. Your left leg would come back, and then it would come in to a high knee. So if you wanted to make it harder, your left leg wouldn't touch the floor, and then it would go into there. But you'd still do your row. I forgot that part. Row, and then come up. Okay? So we'll walk through the basic part of it, and then I'll show you how to step it up if you feel like you're ready. Okay? So step back that left foot. You're going to row. Arms come back. Left leg comes forward into that high knee, and then you restart. So you'll step, row, back to that high knee, right? So we step, we row, we come back, that left leg comes back, and then you go into the high knee. So there's a few movements to it, right? So you'll step, you row, that's already 2 moves, come back, you'll come in, and then that knee comes up, right? So keep on going on that groove, okay? Now, if you wanted to advance it, your left leg would just kick out, you would row, come back, right into that high knee. Woo! Right, but you gotta move nice and slow and controlled on that. Okay, you're doing a great job here. We're almost done with this side already. Oops, I forgot to row. I better add 30 seconds. I'm just kidding, I don't know. Okay, we got 15 seconds. So let's do 3 more of these, okay? So taking your time, that left leg only has to step back as far as you feel it can, right? It doesn't have to be far to get a good benefit out of this motion, okay? Got 1 more. Okay, so now we'll switch sides. So left leg stays put. We're gonna go right into it. You're gonna step back with the right, you'll row, you'll come back, right knee comes up, right? Step back with the right, row, come down, come back, that right knee is up. So you're just going step by step through each motion, right? And it might feel a little more natural now. You kind of know what to expect. Okay, and then if you wanted to advance it, that right leg would just be out and it would never touch the floor, right? You might touch the floor before your right leg will touch the floor, right? I'm about to tilt over here. Woo! You're doing a great job taking your time when you do balance. I forgot to do my row again. I'm gonna have to yell at myself here. There it is. Okay, take your time. We're over halfway. We have just under 30 seconds left. Okay, you're doing a great job. Right, today's kind of a slower workout than usual because there's a lot of balance to it. Right, and balance takes time. Okay, you got 10 seconds. Let's do 2 more. Coming down, go row, back, and then up. Right, and down, row, back, up. That was easy. Okay, and then after that, okay, so you're gonna have 1 dumbbell. So what we're gonna do, you're gonna have your left arm has the weight, right leg is gonna stay down, and you're gonna be in this extended position. So if you can, you wanna have your tiptoe down, you're gonna do a kick back, woo, and then you'll lift that leg. So you would kick back and lift, and back, right? If the leg lift feels like too much, just have your left tiptoe down and focus on the kick back. So it's 30 seconds each side. Ready? And go, right? So kind of get situated. Start with just kicking back the weight. Once you've found a focal point, you can lift and kick, right? If you wanted to bring your left leg a little bit closer, you could too, and it could be more bent, okay? But we're lifting and kicking. If the lift feels like too much, just kick that tricep back. Okay, you're doing a great job. You've got 10 seconds. You're almost there. You've got 5, 4, right? 3, 2, and 1. 10 pounds will make you feel real off balance here. Okay, so right leg has it. Left leg, or right arm has it. Left leg is forward. Okay. So you're going to have your right leg back. You're going to kick and lift, right? Kick and lift. I don't think I'm doing the same side. I don't think so. Hard to say, though. Okay, so kicking and lifting. Kicking and lifting. Oh, I think the internet's freezing. Uh-oh. We better finish our workout quick. Okay, you're doing a great job. Keep on kicking through. Right, you're almost done for the day. Okay, you're doing a great job. You got 5. Woo, almost lost it. 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then you're relaxed. And you're all done. And you're all sweaty. I'm sweaty. Woo-wee.